Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here to celebrate Ultimate Racing League's F-Type Series Round 9 at the High Speed Ring. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the championship that swaps between the Group 3 and the Group 4 Jaguar F-Type has made its way to Round 9 here at the High Speed Ring. We are in the Group 4 version of the car today, and to hell with it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got no championship table for you, and we don't need one. This championship's not been about the points. It's never been about the points. It's about the wins, ladies and gentlemen. Never, ever have I seen a win spread so widely throughout the pack. I mean, at this very moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, there's only 2 people on the grid that have not had a win. Everybody else on the grid has. So we're going to look at the wins championship, ladies and gentlemen. That's what counts here. Right then, are you ready? I'm putting my glasses on because I'm going to hit you with some facts. Right then, at the top of the wins championship, ladies and gentlemen, Slowpoke and the Waney Mad DOGG are joint top on 4 wins each. Just underneath them, we have a draw for second place as well between the Ali Grahamid and Brownie, both on 2 wins apiece. And then following them, we have P. White, we have Phaser, we have Biggie Rossi, and we have Firepower, all with a win each. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the kind of championship we've had this season. Today, we are going to see 2 races. We're going to see a sprint race with just soft tyres, and the tyre wear and the fuel is pretty low. That's just an absolute sprint from lights to flag. And then we will be moving on to a second race, an endurance-style race, where the fuel depletion and the tyre wear are ramped up, and these guys must use softs and hards in that race, I believe. Yes, I believe I read that right. So they've got to use a hard set and a soft set in the second race, unless all of the tyre rules go out of the window if there is any sprinklage of the damp stuff. But, I mean, High Speed Ring, I can't imagine this has a damp setting. So I think we'll be good this round, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the information you need, I'm sure. Right then, the big showdown between, and there's still races left for Brownie and Grahamid Ali to get into that fight, ladies and gentlemen. 4 races, 2 rounds, 4 races still to go. Plenty of wins on the table. This is still anyone's game. Shall we look at the grid? Thank you to Grahamid Ali, by the way. He is the person who told me all of the wins championship table. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Right then. Who's on pole then, ladies and gents? That's the big question. That's what you all want to know. And here is the answer. 4 wins under his belt. It's Slowpoke. Ladies and gentlemen, Slowpoke is your pole sitter for the High Speed Ring Sprint. And it looks like he is just about to pull ahead in the wins championship. Second place, ladies and gentlemen, Grahamid Ali, the man who provided the wins list for us. Fantastic stuff. 2 wins under his belt. Can he make it 3 and draw ever closer to the Mad Dog and the Poke of Slow? In third place, Talk of the Devil, it's the Mad DOGG, Waney himself, 4 wins, and he's got 2 obstacles ahead of him to stop him from pulling in the lead of that championship. In 4th place, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. White, Eisenhower himself. These are some sexy looking shags. Sorry, I'm not drunk. I'm just trying to line up while I yeah, it's P. White in 4th. I was just checking. He's got 1 win. In 5th place then, Declan, one of the only not to have a win on the grid, and that is from sheer unluckiness and a lot of tyre wear issues. But yes, Declan has absolutely shown this season. He has turned up. He has represented blood. So the deck, obviously, he's got to get a win in the next 4, surely, because the Jag has suited him, sir. That's deck then in 5th place. Phaser in 6th. Started the season pretty much in turmoil. There was something wrong with his hardware at home, his brake pedal or something. Something wasn't happening that he wanted it to happen. But the second half of the season has been his. He's had some absolutely great outings. And as we're drawing closer to the end of this F-Type series, can the Phaser add to his 1 win already? Right then, in 7th, it's a biggie, ladies and gentlemen. Rossi to me and you. Show some respect, will you? But the biggie is on 7th with a win under his belt as well. Let's have a look at you. In 8th, then it's Firepower, also with that win under his belt. Now, there's a far way back, but this is the high-speed ring, ladies and gentlemen. And my words, you've either got to sling it or fling it. That's the only way it goes here. You can't lift. You got to just keep your foot down and keep on in. So there may be some casualties lying ahead that will help Firepower on his way up through that pack. In 9th spot, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Brownie. 2 wins under his belt. He needs to be up that other end. He's at the wrong end of the grid, with Muhammad Ali also on 2 wins up there in 2nd place. This is an almighty job for the Brownie. But, ladies and gentlemen, me, you, and all of these 4 wars know that the Brownie has it in him to push on. And it won't be surprised if he is up at that sharp end in the next 15 minutes. Then we have Hawkeye in 10th place, ladies and gentlemen. And Hawkeye, he's represented, ladies and gentlemen. He's shown up. He hasn't displayed the pace that the sharp end of the pack have got, but man almighty, if there's a car, if he comes across a car, he races like the devil, ladies and gents. He gives no quarter, he gives no inch. He will race you till the gates of hell and back. So maybe today is Hawkeye's day. You never know. That are our players then, ladies and gentlemen, here at the High Speed Ring. 10 go mad somewhere. I don't even know where it is. Is it in Asia or something? Right then, on the grid, ladies, let's go back for a little bit more excitement, shall we? They're all on the racing softs then, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes of racing coming your way. The lights are out. We are go already. My goodness. And in the background there, Firepower absolutely pulls away. My good golly gosh, Firepower in the monster munch, already up to 7th and making his way up that ladder, lickety-split. He is on a push. He's got Phaser on his outside, though, as they enter the long, sweeping left-hand corner. Slowpoke leads them away. Wayne the Mad Dog has made the jump on Muhammad Ali, but this is a slipstream game around here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time they get to test their brakes, and yes, they all work, thankfully. Slowpoke a little bit wide, but it's okay. He's not under threat, and Muhammad Ali stealing that position back from the Wayne. The Wayne losing out in the braking zone, and Muhammad Ali is on a push, ladies and gentlemen. He is on a push and a shove, and he is looking to take the lead of this race, with Wayne in 3rd, being harassed and harangued by Declan. This is a horrible corner. Declan has a little nudge with the wall, but everything seems fine, and Mr. White there looking for a way past, staying out of that trouble. Then we have a pack of hungry wolves down here, ladies and gentlemen, with Rossi just ahead of him, Brownie all up in his rear derriere, and Phaser getting involved in Brownie's business. Firepower, oh, after an amazing start off of the grid, is down to 9th place with Hawkeye in 10th. Slowpoke still leads with the toe is strong. Muhammad Ali facing out now. He's pulled out already. He's not even waiting for the corner. So that's Muhammad Ali going on the high road, while Slowpoke takes the low road, and Wayne pokes it somewhere in the middle there. Slowpoke maintains the lead though as they come out of the corner, but Waney looks like he's got a good drive. Waney looks like he got a great toe mid-corner. Can he go? No, it looks like he's losing position to the Muhammad Ali, and he's staying way out of that toe game, and now it's a little collision. No, they pulled out of each other's way, and Waney pulls in behind Muhammad Ali, but there was nearly a collision between Muhammad Ali and the Mad Dio Double G there. They nearly got in each other's way as they chased down Slowpoke. Declan in fourth, holding his own with Mr. White coming up strong behind him. Then we've got Rossi still leading this small pack behind with Brownie all up and about him, and the Phaser looks like he's just about to make a move. Right then, so does Hawkeye on Firepower, and now we're looking at, we're on board with the Phaser while we're keeping an eye on the top three. Slowpoke still leads with Muhammad Ali and then the Mad Dio Double G, but we're sitting in 8th place here with Phaser as he follows the Brownie around, and they're chasing down Biggie Rossi. Further up, what's going on here? P. White closing in, and it's just, Waney's got a good toe off of Grahamad here. He's going to go out wide, Grahamad covering him off. And now, ooh, this is giving Waney a double toe there. He got a double toe. He got a toe off of Grahamad and then pulled in behind Slowpoke. Is he enough to get his nozzle ahead of Slowpoke? Slowpoke going for that wide line again, and it working beautifully for him. It really is. Grahamad Ali then pulls the move on Waney, and Waney just missing out on that corner. And he's got to be careful because Declan and P. White are coming in to join the party. Rossi still in 6th, ahead of the Brownie. Phaser in 8th. No one has dropped the ball here. They are cancelling each other out with their mad skills. Brownie though right behind Rossi now, and Brownie could be ready to leap, could be ready to make the plunge. He's having a look, he's having a sniff, but he's just too far back, I believe, and Rossi has the measure of the man for certain here in the final part of the race track. Brownie though is pushing on as they lose Phaser dropping back from them fighting. Firepower in 9th, and Hawkeye slipping back from the Firepower. Slowpoke then trying all he can. Muhammad Ali, he's going for that outside line that we've seen Slowpoke enjoying, and is it working? It's not working for him. Waney now might steal Muhammad Ali's position. Oh my word, Slowpoke coming over, it's close, but Muhammad Ali tucks in behind, and Waney's been left out in the cold again, and Slowpoke trying to keep that car betwixt himself and Waney, the Mad Dio Double G. Muhammad Ali wants to get more wins. He needs to get more wins to get into the win championship fight. As Slowpoke and Waney carrying four wins each, and now we're getting a little bit of side-by-side dicing, and there Muhammad Ali goes for the move on the inside, and that's it, he's completed, ladies and gentlemen. Muhammad Ali makes the most important move, but no, Slowpoke coming back. Slowpoke driving impeccably. They cannot dishelve him, ladies and gentlemen, from the top. He is reigning almighty at the moment, and nothing can stop him in these Shaguars. Slowpoke absolutely slinging shag with Muhammad Ali giving it his all, and Waney the Mad Dio Double G just trying to get a toe for heaven's sakes. And again down the middle for the Mad Dog. Is it working? He seems to have got his nose ahead this time, and that is it. We've seen him try that a couple of laps now, and it hasn't pulled it off. But now remember, Slowpoke comes out these corners with such ferocity and speed. He'll be all over the Mad Dio Double G, but no, at the moment Waney steals the win, steals the lead. I don't know about the win, but he's definitely stolen the lead there. Slowpoke hasn't even put a foot wrong. Absolute impeccable driving, like I said, and the Mad Dog just stuck it in the middle and hoped, I reckon. Muhammad Ali there in 3rd place, and Declan ever close. Is this Declan's day? Could something go amiss ahead and hand Declan his first win of the season? P. White then in 5th place. 6th is Rossi, still being accompanied by Brownie. And now Fazer is falling back into Firepower's clutches as Firepower starts really pushing in the pressure cooker and trying to harass Fazer. Hawkeye keeping an eye on things. Waney then leads from the Slowpoke. Slowpoke's got his hands full with Muhammad Ali, and it looks like Waney might just run away with this one, as Slowpoke too busy fighting Muhammad Ali to mount an attack on the Mad Dog. Unbelievable. No, he's staying in the Mad Dog's toe though. Slowpoke not getting involved. Now they both want a toe from Waney. And at the moment he's giving Slowpoke one. Muhammad Ali left out in the cold. He's going to try and do it late on the brakes. Just can he do it, Captain? Can he do it, sir? And Slowpoke then is up into second with Muhammad Ali falling back. Is it too much? Declan now having a look at fresh air. Declan fancies his chances against the Ali. He's a brave man. And Declan trying to weigh up Muhammad ahead of him with PY very close quarters as well. Slowpoke, he's not giving that win away, ladies and gentlemen. He fancies it back. And the Mad Dog knows it. He knows he's got to really pull something special out of the bag if he wants to shake off that Slowpoke feeling. And at the moment, there's nothing doing. He can't do anything about it. He's got the Slowpoke pinning him down from behind. And now Muhammad Ali shaking off the deck, getting a toe. Is Muhammad Ali coming on through? Ladies and gentlemen, this race is so uncertain between the top three, possibly four. And Muhammad Ali, though, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. Someone's gone into the pits, it seems. Fazer. Oh, damage. I don't know if they've got full damage, but his tyre's pretty worn as well. And the Mad Dog carries on. Slowpoke in second. And Muhammad Ali alongside, side-by-side action here as Slowpoke then pulls ahead. No, he does not. He can't quite get it. And Muhammad Ali now is hipping into second place. And it's his turn to give the Mad DOGG a lot to think about. Waney at the moment just trying to stay in the lead of this race as he's being attacked from all quarters. From two fronts, ladies and gentlemen, is the Waney dealing with this barrage. In the chat, Vodka Rob, well, hello. Good evening, sir. How the devil are you? I am good, man. I am good. Waney at the moment, though, leads as Muhammad Ali chases him down. Slowpoke in third, trying to stay out of Declan's way. And now they're all pulling over to that side of the road for the toe. PY also fancies that side for the toe. Rossi has dropped Brownie a little bit. Rossi got a little bit of breathing room. Rossi doesn't have to be concerned, but look at the tyre wear. We're only 9 minutes in, 9.5 minutes in. The tyre wear is looking quite atrocious. Has Fazer pulled off a remarkable move here? Can he catch him up in the next 5 minutes with his super brand new grippy tyres? Interesting tactic. Let's keep an eye. Muhammad Ali leads. Oh, we'll go back. Oh, no, we'll pause it. We'll go back. 1 or 2. 2. So the Mad DOGG leads the way as they come up to the first corner. But Muhammad Ali getting a lovely toe at the moment. Having a look around that outside. He's thinking there's a lot of road. There's a lot of space. And the toe's just helping him through there. Pulls up alongside as they come out the corner, and Waney really is helpless to that one. There is nothing he can do. He just slips back in and says, oh well, I'll have to do that to you next time around. And Muhammad Ali taking that wide line through that corner as we saw Slowpoke doing earlier. Waney then now on setting chase, and it seems Slowpoke coming back to the pack and bringing Declan with him for fun. P. White dropping off of the trail. Then we have Rossi fighting that tyre wear as he still wants to turn right, and the right front tyre says no grip, sir. And Brownie, Brownie's got a little bit more tyre on his on the carcass, as does Rossi. Can Brownie then close in to take those points away from Rossi? Firepower in 8th. Fazer, how is it going? He is going faster, but he just doesn't seem to be catching up the pack as quickly as I think he would have liked. It's 10.5 minutes into this 15-minute race. Muhammad Ali absolutely destroying it, and Muhammad Ali's tyres are staying together rather nicely. Waney pushing on, but the tyre wear is real. Slowpoke, oh my word, Slowpoke really is suffering with the tyre wear, and Deck is not as bad. Declan picking up a podium, possibly. He's looking around the outside of Slowpoke. Slowpoke trying to maintain the position, but it seems like it is futile against Declan there, as Declan again finds grip inside the corner, and Slowpoke just has to defend. But now Slowpoke pulling away on a straight as the Mad Dog tries to close in on Grahamad Ali, but Grahamad Ali is going to move his points up to his wins up to 3 versus the 2 4s behind him. Ladies and gentlemen, Grahamad Ali is getting involved. Declan then in 4th, chasing down the Poke, as we've got P. White now closing back in on these guys, but his tyre wear woes are real. Brownie up against the Rossi. We said Rossi's tyre wear was hurting him, and it seems it has done on the track as well, as Brownie moves up a position into 6th place ahead of Big E. Firepower in 8th place against Hawkeye in 9th, and Phaser just not catching them quick enough, it seems. 3 seconds quicker than Hawkeye that last lap around. Declan's ahead. Declan, oh, it's not quite a done deal yet, ladies and gents. Here we go. This is the beginnings of it. So Declan pulls into the thin air after a nice little tow down the straight. Slowpoke suffering with tyre wear in a chronic manner. And Declan just a little bit nose ahead, and he commits to the apex ahead of Slowpoke, but only just. Slowpoke clinging on in there for dear life, but now no, Declan now is a car length ahead of the Slowpoke. Slowpoke will be coming back with a tow. Waney doesn't seem to have an answer for the Grahamad Ali there. Grahamad Ali pulling away from the Mad DOGG. This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Mark it in your calendar. Vodka Rob saying, not sure if I will make it to the end because my battery is 16%. Go on, my friend. It's baby bye-bye's time anyway. Go and chill. So Grahamad Ali then leads the race with Waney still closing it. I mean, he's holding ground. I'm not saying he's closing in. 17.8 last time for Grahamad Ali. 18.0 for the Mad DOGG, and his tyres are woeful. Declan has shaken off Slowpoke, and Slowpoke now is the punching bag because P. White's coming through to take that 4th place. And Slowpoke then feeling the pressure from Mr. White. Eisenhower coming through on the inside, not quite getting it yet. Slowpoke still maintains that 4th place, but his tyres are totally shot now, ladies and gentlemen. He has nothing at all on that front right tyre. And P. White still with a bit of life in that old gun yet. Brownie, he's going to make the move. Why am I pulling away? Sorry, guys. There you go, P. White then. He gets the move done, but really slow. Wow, it's still not done yet. Slowpoke's still going to try and stick it there, isn't he? He has. So Slowpoke, with absolutely no tyre whatsoever, is riding the rims, ladies and gentlemen, and just trying to keep P. White behind. We've got 1 minute of racing left as Mr. White just tries to find anything he can. And this has got to be the one now with the little grip that Mr. White has got. Can he pull the move on Slowpoke? Slowpoke, though, no, still trying to be a nuisance, trying to distract Mr. White as he tries to get by. Brownie now is in 6th, pulling away from Big E with Firepower in 8th, Hawkeye in 9th, Phaser still not catching the pack. Grahamad Ali leads with a healthy lead from the Mad Dog. Declan solid in 3rd. Slowpoke's given up, he's coming in the pits. He's like, I'm not even going to drive the last 20 seconds with this car. He by gone, the last lap, should I say. He would have had to cross the line, and he doesn't want to do it in that one. Brownie as well, absolutely shot away his tyre, as is Rossi. Slowpoke with Firepower comes through. Is this a great move from Slowpoke? He seems to have lost a lot of positions. He's got to try and gain in 1 lap. Hawkeye comes through as well. Slowpoke is out. Oh no, Hawkeye's finished. He's crossed the line, so no, it's going to be a big job, too big a job for the Poker Slow to try and make up positions on this final lap. Grahamad Ali making his way round ahead of the Mad DOGG. Grahamad Ali still with plenty of meat on that front right tyre. that's important to note for the next race. It's going to be a lot about the tyres. Is that the final corner? They're just coming round. They are. We might as well wait. P. White in 4th, Brownie in 5th, Rossi in 6th, Firepower in 7th, Slowpoke in 8th. And I mean, who's to say he wouldn't have finished in 8th if he didn't go in the pits because of his tyres being so bad? So Muhammad Ali goes across the line, takes his tally to 3. Go on, my son. Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G in 2nd. Declan on the podium, getting ever closer to that elusive win as P. White brings it home best of the rest. Brownie in 5th, trying to shake off Big E. These two have had an absolute battle royale this race. And 5th for Brownie, 6th for Rossi. Firepower in 7th place. And Slowpoke enjoying a fresh set of tyres for the last lap. Who knows? He might have gone off the track a few times. So that's Slowpoke crossing in 8th place. And Hawkeye came in 9th with Phaser in 10th. I mean, the tactic didn't work for Phaser. It worked better for Slowpoke. He got 2 more positions out of it than Phaser did. But yeah, I don't know. Staying out. He'd already lost Declan. He'd lost P. White. Brownie and Rossi weren't far down the road, but their tyres were shot as well, so it might have been a struggle for them to catch him, but it is miserable driving around with dead tyres, so Slowpoke probably just thought, screw this, for a game of soldiers. And it's a reverse grid next time around, so Slowpoke could, I'm not saying that's a tactical manoeuvre by him, but if it does reverse, it's not bad, is it? He's not in a bad position. But I'm sure he'd take the points over position any day. Right then, Vodkarov saying I race with Declan on Sundays. And Vodkarov also saying I've raced with a few of these guys. Or should I say, watch them drive away up the road. I know they're fast boys in there. Yeah, I think P. White was in League 3 when I joined, when you were there. That's it, I reckon. I don't think I've raced any of the others. But I don't race in it as much as you do. Hawkeye was in one of my leagues. The last league I was in. And Phaser, I think. I've raced Phaser. Not sure. Anyway. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. We've got another race. We've got a 30-minute enduro race coming your way. And it's the high-speed ring, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see it has decimated the tyres just on ×1. How do you think it's going to fare? A big thank you to Phaser for the replays. While I remember, he shared them for us to enjoy. We should all appreciate a bit of Phaser. Don't look at the spoilers. Right, ooh, that's not a good sound, is it? Hang on. That sounded drizzly. It might be just the sizzle of bacon. I can't. The lights are on. Right, let's not mess about then. Shall we get this up? So then, Phaser on the top spot. On intermediate tyres, yes, we've got a bit of drizzle. Oh, look at that. Down on the dashboard, right next to 0.00000, you see a radar, and that's showing you, I've always said it's like how much wet the track's wet, depth of water. So when it goes up, anything up to that first little spike that sticks out is you can get away with dry tyres. Anything in that middle spike is intermediates, and then when it goes into that top bar, then you need wet tyres. That's the best way to gauge these things. And at the moment, it's right teetering, ladies and gentlemen, on somewhere between wets and intermediates. Vodkarov says, I think PY is in League of Champions now. Well, he is something special, isn't he? And Vodkarov saying he was my teammate in League 2, my first season up. There you go. Yeah, you two must have got promoted together. Maybe not. Maybe he was already up there. Anyway, Phaser's on pole, ladies and gentlemen. Hawkeye starts in second. Hawkeye's gone full wets. So a difference in, why did it suddenly go really bright? So Phaser has started on the inters, with Hawkeye going for wets. Slowpoke's gone for intermediate tyres. Firepower's gone full wets. Rossi's gone full wets. Brownie's gone for intermediates. 7th for PY on intermediates. Declan's on 8th on intermediates. Wayne's gone for intermediates in 9th. Muhammad Ali in 10th. his intermediates, and it looks like Kian joined a little later and starts 11th on full wet. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 11 opt in to go wet tyres, ladies and gentlemen. That means the tyre rules are out. If they can get these wets to go all the way, there's no chance because the fuel. But, hey, this is going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. High-speed ring in the rain. Oh, it's gone dark again. The lights are out, and we are go here gingerly. Off of the grid we go, and Slowpoke seems to be getting a grip advantage with those wet tyres straight away. And moving himself through the middle of, who's that? Firepower and Phaser, possibly? Hawkeye leads the way, though, on his wet tyres. Also, Slowpoke now up into second place. Slowpoke taking no time whatsoever on getting on with the business of getting on with this race. Hawkeye, though, holds the lead at the moment, and someone down here, someone down at the bottom there, Rossi, having a wee look. Oh, Hawkeye's dropped it in the rain. And let's hope he dropped it. Oh, 5 seconds for hitting a barrier, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Hawkeye, I don't want to... Oh. There may have been contact there, ladies and gentlemen. It does look like Slowpoke has pulled to the side of the road to wait for Hawkeye. Oh, this is an absolute dismal round for Slowpoke. This is not what he needed in his championship attempts here. So that's Hawkeye. I mean, it was barely anything in the rain. It was hardly a touch, but it's enough, really, to send Hawkeye. And Hawkeye again around and away. And that's Slowpoke through. He doesn't have to wait for him for that one. Kian then making up places already. Firepower in 8th place. We've got Grahamad Ali in 7th. And he's got Mr. White ahead of him, who's sliding around all over the show. Grahamad Ali on the inters, as well as, oh, Rossi. No, P. White, he was sliding around, but he got himself ahead of Rossi. Then we have the Mad Dio Double G just moving up to 3rd place ahead of Declan. So Mad Dog wasting no time getting through the pack as Brownie leads, ladies and gentlemen. Brownie on his intermediates. Also one of those on 2 wins, is he not? Brownie then, he's not wanting Grahamad Ali to pull away on those wins, is he? No. Vodka Rob saying gutted for our Slowpoke. I know, man, it's not fair. Don't forget to go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He does some he does some exact race calls. He's brilliant. Now, he calls races, ladies and gentlemen, similar to this, and I think they're amazing. I think he's very informative, humorous, and an all-round good chap. So please, go over, give him a watch, a like, a subscribe, all of those things that YouTube get a big hard on about. Declan then in 2nd. Phaser is trying to keep... Now, Wayne's dropped down with my chatter. We've missed the Mad Dog slipping positions as Grahamad Ali there in the fight as well. Phaser now, Mad Dog's back up into 3rd. I don't know what's going on here. So Phaser and Grahamad Ali going at it with Kian there in 7th, coming into the fray, ladies and gentlemen. Looking, oh, look at this. This is tight. He needs a can opener to get through the middle of that. Is he going to opt to go? No, he's picking Grahamad for a tow. And they are both going to leave our boy Mr. White behind. So Phaser then in 4th. Mad Dog is in 3rd. Declan in 2nd, but only just because the Mad Dog is whiffing and sniffing around his rear derriere as the Brownie gapping it out, ladies and gentlemen. Building a space between himself and Declan, though, under immense pressure from the Mad Dog. Phaser in a great position at the moment in 4th. Grahamad Ali under pressure now from Kian. Who was on Ross? Who was on Grahamad Ali? It was P. White, wasn't it? So P. White losing out to Kian there, who moves up and into 6th place. And in the chat, Golden Rider saying hello. Why, hello, sir. Vodkrov saying I'm supporting Brownie this time just for the fact he's got the yellow headlights. Fair enough. And Vodkrov saying Brownie. Sorry. What did you say? Oh, Brownie with a Y. Hey, man. I always say it as it's spelt anyway, so I would have said it same both ways. Brownie is absolutely flinging it at the moment. Waney is up into second ahead of the deck, and Fazer in fourth place. But Fazer, oh wow, Kian's up to fifth already. Kian is absolutely slinging shag after missing the first race, and Muhammad Ali is slipping down. P. White has hit a barrier somewhere. He's picked up a penalty, and that's a heavy hit for Mr. White there. Muhammad Ali slipping right down the order there in seventh, with Biggie in eighth and Firepower in ninth. This race is cray-cray. There still could be a chance for Slowpoke yet, even though he had his early moment with Hawkeye. Hawkeye with more damage on the car. Brownie leads the way, but Mad Dog chasing him down, and Declan's wanting to get involved as well. He still wants a win, ladies and gents. Fazer in fourth place, with Kian now in fifth ahead of the White, but the White is going to have to pay a hefty penalty. There you go. Muhammad Ali up to sixth, with Rossi moving up to seventh now, and there we go. White has paid his penalty, and Firepower comes through as well. White, the misery still keeps piling on as Slowpoke closes in on him. There's definitely a dry line forming. These guys, I tell you what, they might have to make a choice. They might have to make a choice that's not involving fuel here, ladies and gents. We're 5 minutes into, well, 6 minutes, should we say, into a 30-minute race. The fuel's down to a quarter already, so the fuel's going quite quick anyway. It might be a two-stopper with that fuel. And there we see already Brownie trying to conserve his tyres on the wet patches. And is that going to help him out? Waney's just absolutely slinging it. He does not care. Declan all up in Waney's business. And again, we're seeing Brownie, I think, trying to cool his tyres. Is he boxing smart, ladies and gentlemen? Is he being clever? Trying to keep those... I mean, we saw the tyre deg was absolutely ridiculous in the first race, and that was only on times one in 15 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes, they destroyed a set of soft tyres. Are we seeing Brownie thinking of the longer game here, trying to cool his tyres, going into the wetter areas? Waney can't close in. He is the fastest man on the track, but Declan is sticking with him like he is made of glue, like they are magnetised. But Grub saying the penalty lines are in some horrible places, ain't they? It's way more than the time. Yeah, they always like to hit you right at the beginning of a long straight, so all of your gusto's taken out. Declan dropping back from the Mad Dog, and the Mad Dog, he seems to be closing in on the Brownie, but that's because Brownie keeps pulling over and cooling his tyres. But the Mad Dog's not hurting his tyres one bit. The rain looks like it's coming back now. It's getting heavier again. So the choice of putting dry tyres has just gone out the window, and the Mad Dog is absolutely ready to take charge of this race. And he's getting closer every corner, ladies and gentlemen. Declan there in third. We've got Fazer still in fourth, but being caught by the Ali. And then Kian in sixth on a great run. Oh, Ali's got, Muhammad Ali has got himself by Kian. So great driving from Muhammad Ali. Kian in sixth. Rossi now is in seventh, with Mr. White down in eighth after that penalty. Slowpoke back in the fight in ninth ahead of Firepower, whom is in 10th, and Hawkeye in 11th. But the rain coming back could play into the hands of the wet tyre runners, and it's seeming to come down quite hard, so you never know. And now Waney is starting to really sling his shag, and he's slinging it too much. The front end looks like it's come round. He's lost control. He's regained control, but he's lost position, ladies and gentlemen, and Declan is through. It looked like the front end just came around a little too much for him mid-corner. And it's a wonder he wasn't asked about tail, ladies and gentlemen, and that he's still facing the right way. Great drive, a great recovery from the Mad D-O-double-G. Muhammad Ali, fresh off the win, is coming in strong here with Fazer. Oh, he's taken Fazer. Muhammad Ali is absolutely annihilating the field, ladies and gentlemen. We have, maybe he is part fish, and we have found his calling. It is definitely, oh, he's going, well, no, is he going wide? That is his line, ladies and gents, and it works for him. Thought he'd gone very wide, but it's worked. Mad Dog, yeah, then he's behind the deck now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Declan being one of the only two out there that has not got a win to their name this season. Could this be the one? Tough conditions. Could he be our Hulkenberg, ladies and gentlemen? And in the chat, Vodkarov saying, great save. Wasn't it just? That looked like it was gone. And somehow he pulled it back from the edge. Massive one from the Mad Dog. He did look like he was getting comfortable with it, though. He really was starting to get close to those barriers and looked like he was pushing hard. And I did wonder if he was asking a little too much from the conditions that were happening, especially as it was getting wetter as they were going down here. Kian side by side with Fazer. Fazer's misery. Fazer is getting more misery piled on as Kian tries to come through, and Fazer losing time. Is it the wets? Is it the wets? No. Oh, Muhammad Ali's picked up a 1 second penalty. He's a very naughty boy. And the Mad Dog then in third with Declan. The rain's getting ever harder. Declan on the inters. So the top three are all on the inters for. Kian, though, is starting to get some traction out there. He's starting to get some shifting going on. Kian, he's going to be up into fourth with Muhammad Ali's penalty. Is that the wet tyres working for him? Because the rain is very heavy at the moment. Fazer then in sixth place. PY in seventh. Inters. Then we have Biggie on the softs. I mean the wet, sorry, not the softs. So Biggie, Rossi, he closed up to Mr. White. Not at the moment because we're in the tunnel. Firepower also on those wets. Starting to look like he's coming back in this race. Slowpoke on the wets. He's on a fresh set. He's just gone in and put another set of wet tyres on, ladies and gents. So Slowpoke making his stop. We're only 11 minutes into this one. He's filled her up, and a 5 second penalty, sorry, for Hawkeye there. It looks like he's recently pitted. Oh, yeah, he's just come out of the pits and put some intermediates on. Brownie leads then. Can he maintain? He's only got Declan chasing him round. The Kian, where's the Mad Dio double G? Is he pitted? Oh, something's gone terribly wrong for Wayne there. Sorry, Wayne, I know you don't want us to see such things. So the Mad Dog then he's getting closer to Declan there. You can see he's definitely closing it. Oh, it was the curb. Betrayed him. It betrayed him. It did. Oh, and then the barrier for 5 seconds. That's a nasty penalty, that. Turn that off. It's not right. So the Mad Dog with damage. It's only a light scratch. It'll go away. But yeah, Mad Dog. And he pulled it out. There was nothing he could do about that, though. The curb was wet. Wetter than he expected, I'm sure. And now he's running with Slowpoke down here, closing in his closest contender in the championship. He's got that 5 second penalty. Firepower then up to 8th. Rossi in the wets is making his way closer to Mr. White. Muhammad Ali down in 5th after paying that penalty, but he's all up and about Fazer's business. He's not messing about. So Muhammad Ali, oh no, he's on the inters, sorry, both of these are on the inters. It's Kian who's on the wets now, who's up to 3rd. But I don't know if he can catch Declan at this rate. Declan and, oh, I'll tell you what, he's not that far behind. And Muhammad Ali trying to line up Fazer there, back on the inside. Every gap he's had a look at just in case. But Fazer is maintaining that position. He's driving to the car. No, you can't push. You can't push in this weather. So Muhammad Ali trying to put the pressure on Fazer. Fazer's just got to drive how he drives. He cannot be pushed. If he starts pushing, then he might end up like the Mad Dog. Great season, great races, great comms. Oh, that's the Mad Dog himself in the chat. Thank you very much. Then Fazer has been done. Sorry, Muhammad Ali's got through. So Muhammad Ali kept trying, and it paid off in the end. Fazer trying to stay with him just in case. But I think today Muhammad Ali is the king of the ring. Kian though in the wet tyres, and we're definitely into wet condition now. Up into third. Can he catch the deck? The deck 24.8 last time around. Kian 25.9, not likely at that pace. But Declan dropping a bit more time, but that's just the weather. And Brownie has dipped, ladies and gentlemen. He's got people just ahead of him. Hawkeye, who had that hefty penalty. Slowpoke, who took, oh my gosh, is a 10-second. It really isn't Slowpoke's day. It's both championship leaders are having an absolute torrid endurance race here at the high speed ring in the rain. And it really is an equaliser. Look at Brownie looking for a third win this season. Declan hunting for that first win. And Kian, I'm not sure. He's obviously not had a win. I don't think he was on my list. And any three of these could win, but at the moment it's very much looking good for Brownie as we get to close to halfway into the race. And Brownie at the moment, fuel is okay. I mean, fuel save, maybe he could make it. It'd be a tough one. It'd be a brave move. And Vodkarov saying, wow, 10 seconds. Yeah, I know, he's a very naughty boy. He's hit 2 barriers, obviously. He bounced off one and hit another, I bet. And got 10 seconds for the pleasure. Oh, the hot brew is downed. Thank you. Oh, that's lovely. So Brownie, look at him. How ironic, because him and Muhammad Ali were both on 2 wins at the beginning of this. And then Muhammad Ali pushed it to 3 wins. And Brownie said, hold my beer. Hold my beer. But we still got 15 minutes to go. Let's not count our trophies before we cross the line, shall we? So Brownie though is in a great position. Let's just put it at that. He's in a solid position leading this race with good gappage behind him. Declan is in sight of him, so it's not over for Declan. Declan 26.4 last time around. Brownie at 25.3, so Brownie is faster. Muhammad Ali making a pit stop. It must be a scheduled one. Kian at the moment, what's he doing? 25.9s on the wet tyre. He's being caught by Mr. White. Mr. White has woke up. He's back in the early 24s and chasing down Kian. Fazer is in 5th place. And Fazer finding some good pace. Rossi in 6th, being chased by Firepower. And the wet tyres seem to be working well, but just not as fast as the Inters at the moment. Muhammad Ali pitting, putting Inters on, more fuel, running to the end, I say. He's ahead of the Mad DOGG, who also has pitted and put another set of Inters on. Not as much fuel. He doesn't feel he needs as much fuel to get to the end of the race as Muhammad Ali has opted to go for. Slowpoke as well, as Waney underfilled his car. I mean, he's having that sort of round, isn't he? He's having one of those nightmare rounds where if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on his fuel. He seems quite confident. And I mean, Brownie hasn't pitted yet, and he's used 3/4. Yeah, I think that's going to be tight for the Mad Dog, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll reprise that situation later. And so Brownie, as he drives into the night, into the wet, it gets scarier and scarier as he makes his way around. What can he see? Absolutely nothing behind the back marker. And, as he closes in on Hawkeye, scared to touch the accelerator, I imagine. All sorts of shenanigans going on in that car with it swaying around. Hawkeye getting the blue flags. He knows someone's coming up behind him. Declan in 2nd, seems to have dropped back. 24.8. Declan with a 27.4. Declan getting slower for some reason. Kian 25.9, but Kian is being harangued by P. White. P. White all up and about the business of Kian as he tries to close in now. Kian gets a rest down the straight. Is the wet tyre just not working very well? So PY in 4th place, trying to look to take that podium position away from Kian. But again, these guys haven't pitted, and I'm sure they are going to have to pit before the end of the race. Maybe they're just waiting to see what the weather's going to do. Fazer in 5th, also one that has not pitted yet. Rossi on the wets ahead of Firepower. Firepower looking like he's threatening to do something here. And is he? He's having a look up the inside of Biggie. He fancies it. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. It's a hard corner because they all take different lines. No, the Rossi through okay. And Fazer just up ahead, 26.0 last time from Fazer. Rossi at 25.3, 7 tenths faster than the man he's chasing. And Firepower also 25.3. So yeah, I think the Inters, some Inters are struggling. Fuel's flashing now, and we got a yellow flag situation. It must be for Hawkeye. We're all right. None of the top have been affected by the yellow flag, but the Brownie then is in the lead with Kian chasing him down. Kian, what's happened to the deck? OMG, he's just seeming to go slow there. There's yellow flags there. I hope Kian did. No, they went just before he overtook. So yeah, I don't know if he was coming out as something deck, or he must be just struggling because of the wet. It looks like the intermediate tyres at the moment, apart from Brownie, who's just having a whale of a time out there, although his last lap was 26.1. So yeah, here we go, Declan then. He's just crawling around. He's got no grip, and the car's sliding around, and Kian, just waiting for the yellow flag to disappear, just swoops around, and that's Kian up into 2nd. The wet tyre's working well for him. Declan then down to 3rd, and P. White looks very racy as they all make their way past Hawkeye. P. White's on the Inters, but these are all going to have to pit. Their fuel is flashing as we get to nearly 20 minutes into the race. Brownie still leading, still a good amount of fuel. Everything is going well for the Brownie. Kian then slips it into the pits. Declan stays out. Declan opts to stay out as Kian and P. White go in. What tyres will they choose? Fazer now up to 3rd as he has not pitted yet, but he's doing well with fuel. And Rossi then is in 4th now. His fuel is flashing. Firepower and Rossi having a big fight, is that? I'm not sure if they're going past. That's Firepower. P. White coming out the pits, and he's been slapped with a penalty. He has an infringement on the entry or exit of the pits there. And yeah, 6th place for P. White at the moment, but he's got a pit stop done. He didn't change the tyres, just fueled up. Kian went full wets and he's topped up. That's too much fuel. He's going to lose position from that. He's already lost position from P. White. But P. White, Mr. White, he's going to have to stop for the 3 seconds. But still, I think Kian filling right up with fuel is a big mistake. But maybe he likes the heavy car. Maybe he can get more out of it. Maybe he's onto something. In the wet conditions, the heavier car is giving him more grip in the corners. He's not daft, is our boy Kian. So let's not jump to conclusions. But he has lost a lot of time in the pits, filling that car up. And there we go, P. White paying his penalty, but still miles ahead of Kian. Right, we'll see then. Declan, Fazer and Firepower and Rossi all pitting now. Brownie still moving onwards and upwards as we come close to 22 minutes in the race. And let's see how much that has hurt Kian then. The longer pit stop, I mean. Muhammad Ali not that far behind him. And Kian then comes onto the straight. And Rossi is still continuing on. Someone's exiting the pits. Oh no, that is Rossi, sorry. And P. White up and into 2nd place after that pit stop, but didn't change his tyres. And he had a 3-second penalty. It's working out very nicely for Mr. White at the moment. Brownie still with a pit stop to make. And let's hope he's cottoned on to the don't change your tyres situation, because it's really worked for Mr. White. The Rossi also not changing his tyre. Well, has he pitted? He must have done. So that's more fuel. He's on his outlap. So Rossi again, another one, not changing tyres and has made a huge leap. Ahead of Fazer, who's changed his tyres. Kian's coming through with his wets. So Fazer's jumped ahead of Kian. He put a lot of fuel in and changed his tyres. Firepower, changing his tyres to the wets. Declan, oh my word, Declan. Oh, was it? Declan's lost a lot as well. He's filled right up, and there probably wasn't need to. And Muhammad Ali there on the Inters, just behind him in 8th place. The Mad Dog in 9th ahead of Slowpoke. Not a day for the championship leaders. And Hawkeye has pitted it. He's had enough. So Brownie then yet to pit, coming into 23 minutes. P. White has pulled off a blinder here in his pit stop, somehow jumped half the field, as has Rossi. All it seems they've done is not change their tyres, but someone back here didn't change their tyres. No, they all did. Is it just the tyres? Man alive, these guys have got to practice their tyre changes, the pit crew. They're pretty slack at it. So Brownie, the question is when he pits, and will he change his tyres? Because it seems to be making a big difference here. I only thought it was like, well, a second, I suppose, around the high speed ring is a huge amount. But yeah, I thought it was just a mere short little second or two to change tyres. But P. White and Rossi really getting some good vibes out of that. So Brownie now in. Brownie's in. P. White coming around. We were talking about P. White's third win. I mean, we were talking about Brownie's third win, but should we be talking about Mr. White's second win? Possibly. Brownie then being serviced. They have changed the tyres. That may have been a mistake, but he's got to put less fuel in, remember. He doesn't have to fuel up as much as the other guys did in their pit stops. P. White's coming around onto the start straight. Brownie's been released. Brownie's been released. He's coming out. Do not cross that white line. Do not cross that white line. I think he's okay. So Brownie, yes, keeps it together. And he's changed his tyres. So there you go. That threw that theory out the window. P. White then in second. Biggie in third. The next person down the road is quite a way, which is Kian. And it looks like it's stopped raining now. So the track's only going to dry up, I imagine. Fazer in fifth with Firepower in sixth. Deck is all the way down in seventh, with the Mad Dog, who's got himself ahead of Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali, that's not going to rest easy with him. He's not going to enjoy that. He's going to want some of that action back from the Mad D-O-double-G. And Slowpoke there in 10th, not having a stellar race. Hawkeye parking it because it has been harrowing for him. Needs therapy now. So Brownie with a fresh set of intermediate tyres and less than 5 minutes of racing to do, comes out in the lead, and he was never shaken, was he? He never looked like he was flinching. He just did what needed to be done in this race, and he got it done very nicely indeed. So Brownie still leads. P. White chasing him down. P. White at 23.2 last time around. Brownie, oh, it was an outlap, so it's tough to say. Biggie at 24.9. And P. White really is pushing on, isn't he? Rossi on those wet tyres, on a drying track, not getting much pace. Luckily for him, Kian's on the wet tyres. 23.9, 24.9, still a second faster than him. And then we've got Fazer on the Inters, 23.8 from Fazer. Firepower at 24.0. Declan at 22.7. Declan's like he's setting the world on fire, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a big amount of cars ahead of him he needs to get by. And at the same time, has he already done Firepower? He has. So Declan, someone's put a firework right up his jacksie, and he's starting to get on with the business of getting on. Fazer next on his list, and then Kian struggling on the wet tyres. Rossi also a little further down the road, struggling with his tyres. I tell thee what, if Declan can get back up on the podium in this situation, that is a feat, ladies and gentlemen. Brownie at the moment, absolutely laying down the law in this race. Who's the king of the ring, he says? You said Muhammad Ali? I don't think so. And, Muhammad Ali can be king of the ring, but Brownie is king of the wet ring. You know what I'm saying? P. White then? Why is it all dark where P. White is? Where's his headlights gone? Cameraman, come on. So, P. White hunted him down. That time around, a 23-2 from Brownie, 23-2 from P. White. They are matching each other. And this is going to have to come down to Brownie making a mistake if P. White wants some action out of this. Rossi at 24-5. And Declan already... Oh, no, Declan. He has made his way up, but he's got himself a humongous penalty. And Firepower, who's lost? Who's that? Slowpoke? Someone was going into the pits. Wayne, as he parked it, as he said, that's it for me. I'm done. Brownie then leads, P. White in second, Rossi in third, Phaser in fourth, Keane in fifth, Declan in sixth, but he's got a huge penalty and he's got two cars behind him, Firepower and Muhammad Ali. Slowpoke seems to be a little further back, and I think his head went down at some point in this race, although he's doing good lap times. It's on the wet tyre. I don't think it's the optimum tyre. There you go. What did he do? He just went in to put some... Oh, yeah, we said we were going to keep an eye, weren't we? Because we thought he'd put not enough fuel in. And that must have been the answer. He must have needed to top it up. Oh, poor Mad Dog. It really has been a bad weekend for him, a bad round. Brownie leads, P. White in second. I don't think P. White is going to close in, though, at this rate. 22-6 from Brownie. He's absolutely slinging it as there is a dry line starting to appear with his intermediates. He's going for gold. Phaser on the inters, trying to pull away from Kian, who's on the wets. Muhammad Ali now ahead of the deck. The deck slipping right. Oh, no. We're going to have to go and look, Deck. We're going to have to investigate why your car was flashing up like a Christmas tree. So you had your penalty. You did it before your penalty, for God's sakes. That's... Oh, I think you got punted, didn't you, bro? You got placed mildly into the shadow realm, my friend, I think. So there's the deck. He's got Phaser behind him. Phaser looking for a move around the outsides. It's all fair in love and war at the moment with Phaser. Oh, no. Kian just moved off his race line. I don't think he knew that Declan was there. I don't think he knew he was there. So that's the damage and the penalty. It's all gone very wrong for the deck. Yeah, I think Kian just sort of moved out a little bit. Didn't realise the deck was so far up his outside, and it careered the deck into a brick wall, unfortunately for the deck. Phaser then in fourth, being harangued and harassed by Kian, and Declan then in sixth. Firepower in seventh with Muhammad Ali, fastest man on the track, ladies and gents, with only less than 2 minutes to go, 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. And Muhammad Ali suddenly finding some really good pace as it dries out, but stuck down in seventh place for one reason or another. And now he's getting a move done on Firepower up the inside. Firepower on those wet tyres, and is struggling at the moment on this track. It's not wet enough for the tyres he's got, but he's doing enough to stay ahead of Muhammad Ali, who is absolutely slinging shag at the moment. He's going to go for a move up the inside now, and it's completed. Lovely stuff from Muhammad Ali. Kian then next on his list on them wet tyres. Another walking wounded. The tyres just not in their favour at the moment. Phaser on the inters, but he cannot shake off Kian. Rossi also on those wets, and yeah, just enough fuel to get to the end. P. White still pursuing our boy Brownie, but Brownie has dipped, ladies and gentlemen. He has raced an excellent race. He has ticked every box that he has needed to tick, and this one is going to put him up to 3 wins, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about it because there is only, well, that's it, the flag is out. He's on the final straight, and that is the Brownie, ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time this season. Brownie takes the win. in. Great stuff from the Brownie. P. White comes home in second. Great drive from Mr. White there from the pit stop crew. Then Rossi, can he maintain? Faser's closed right in. Faser's all up and about his business. Faser wants to steal the glory, but it's Rossi that takes it. Faser in fourth, Kian in fifth, Muhammad Ali in sixth place with Declan. Declan as well with Firepower. It's going to be another close one. And Declan takes seventh ahead of Firepower, and Slowpoke, having a day he would rather forget, comes home in ninth place, ahead of Waney in 10th, who had all sorts of problems. Right then, who was it? These two. Whereabouts is the line? So, yeah, it was very close for that third, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I should have carried on talking about it. I was too busy concentrating. Where's the flag, for flip's sake? I can't even see the flag. That's it, innit? That's the line. Is there no man waving a checkered flag? What's the deal? Sorry, this is really boring, isn't it? I thought it'd be good. God, Faser was there, wasn't he? Faser even looks like he virtually got his nose there. Is that not the line? For Pete's sake. Oh, Faser did get third there. Did I misread it? No, it put Rossi back. For an instant there, it put Faser, didn't it? Oh, my word. Very close indeed, ladies and gentlemen. These two crossing the line. Even the computer didn't know, because it put Faser up in third at one point, and Rossi down in fourth, and then changed it again to... That was close. That was close for third. Fantastic stuff from these two pilots. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are only... I mean, nothing changes there. We are only one round from the end of this championship. You're not going to see any of that car. Oh, there's the winner anyway, somewhere in there. So, yeah, we're only one more round away, ladies and gentlemen, from the end of the season. And both Waney and Slowpoke come out of this, both still on 4 wins. Muhammad Ali on 3 wins. Brownie on 3 wins. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going down to the wire. Could you imagine if Brownie and Muhammad Ali win a race each in the final round and the season ties with 4 wins each? That would be immense. But I also want to see Declan get his first win, so hopefully that isn't the scenario. Well, that's it. There'll be a table. Promise you. I promise you. I'll send I'll send an email off. I'll shoot an email off to upper management of URL and say, are we going to have a table for the final round? And I'll see what fires I can light up people's rear derrieres. Hey, I'll shake the foundations. I'll push the envelope. I'll get it done. And we'll have a championship table before the final round. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me here with the Ultimate Racing League in their F-Type series. It has been an absolute banger of a season. I think someone said, Roini said in the chat, it's been an immense season, and it really has. I look forward to the final race. I think it's at Lago Maggiore, which is one of my favourites. Looks like it's going to be in the Group 3 cars. So keep an eye on that. I am catching up slowly, I promise. This is only a week behind, I promise. And I've only got 3 more. What day is it today? Tuesday. 4 streams, 4 replays behind because they raced tonight. Is it Tuesday? Definitely. I think the Academy raced tonight. God damn it. As soon as I do a stream, I'm a stream behind. It's a never-ending... I'm chasing my tail here. It's all right. I'm going to have to double one up in a day one day. Anyway, that's just my inner thoughts. You don't need to know them. Thank you for joining me here. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this Wednesday evening championship for the Ultimate Racing League. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.